This is going to be your ultimate guide to Grand Theft Auto Online, whether you are a new player and don't know what to do, whether you're an experienced player and don't know how to make money. This is a series called From the Ditch to Filthy Rich, where I'm going to show you how to start with nothing, work your way up to have millions and millions of dollars where you can buy absolutely anything you want in this game. Now this is episode 2 of this series. If you missed it, episode 1 will be linked down below. In episode 1 I showed you how to complete the Cluck and Bell farm raid, which for new players is the best way to make money in the game, a solo mini heist. You can make $500,000 in an hour quite comfortably. I also showed you how to get yourself the Acid Lab, which is one of the best solo businesses in the game and can make you passive money in the background while you're running the Cluck and Bell raid. In this video I'm going to show you how to get a free electric supercar, as well as we're going to purchase and set up one of the best solo businesses in the game. So stay tuned, I got you right now, let's jump right into this episode. So I'm loaded back in, I'm here in the Freak Shop, and as you can see by my bank balance there, $4.1 million. Have completed all of the DAX missions that we need to do, so let's come over to Mutt here, customise Acid Lab. Acid Lab upgrades and equipment. $250,000 is going to install us the equipment upgrade.
Want to go in there and check it out?
Now, I'm not going to worry about upgrading anything further on the Acid Lab itself just yet. That's something we can do over time, but I am going to go to do the livery bike. Going to chuck the armour all the way up. Not going to worry about the belt covers, that's just cosmetic. The brakes we're going to put all the way up. The engine all the way up. Not going to worry about any of these others here. Come down a little bit further. Where are we? Transmission. Going to go all the way up to that one. And the turbo on it. And that's all we're going to do for that moment. The rest of it we're going to leave. Unless you really want to. I mean, it can look a little bit better. But right now, we're not going to waste money with cosmetic upgrades, I don't think. So come inside your Acid Lab. So once you come in, you can see that your product should be all the way full if you have either been buying supplies through Mutt, or if you have been hitting up the stash house. So what I want you to do now, see the supplies bar is not all the way full. If you don't own the bunker yet, go to a stash house first. Let's get that supply bar up again. If you do own the bunker, just walk up to Mutt here, press right on your D-pad and buy supplies, which I've actually already done. Now over here is where you can sell your acid, but we need to leave the Freak Shop in order to do that. So what I'm going to do now is leave this completely up to you. You can go hop into the cab of this Acid Lab and drive it outside and sell it now in this invite only session. However, if you want to play it a little more risky, we can go do that in a public session. I'm going to show you how you can gauge whether it's worth doing or not. So I've loaded into a public lobby now. First thing we need to do is make sure that we can register as a boss. And we can, that's great. If there are, I think it's 9 or 10 already in a session, then you can't register. Okay, so we open up the pause menu, have a look around. We've got someone here in, is that a Night Shark, I think? Down here we've got another one of those. I'm pretty sure it's a Night Shark. There doesn't appear to be anyone getting around on an oppressor, no one in a helicopter. This is what you tend to look for when you're looking to see whether it's safe to sell in a public lobby or not. There is a Deluxo there, but I think we should be right. So we're going to go ahead and sell this. So I'll talk to you again in a minute. Okay, so once you get your Acid Lab outside, head into the back here. Walk up to this section here, and actually before we do this, come into your interaction menu, come to Service Vehicles, Acid Lab, and Product Name. We're going to change that to, we have any of these available, do we? We do, okay, so whichever one you have available, choose that through. A lot of these are going to be locked as we are a lower level and haven't done any of these yet, but changing this will give you a 5% bonus on the sale of this, and doing it in a public lobby will also give us a bonus as well. So that's up to you whether you want to risk it, because if you do get blown up, you lose all your product, you get nothing. So if you don't want to risk it, do it in an invite only session. Okay, let's go sell this then. Oops, where are we going? Come out this way. So I'm not going to walk you through this cell mission. I have a full guide on how the Acid Lab works and how the cell missions work, and I will link that down below. If you want to watch that guide, go ahead, but for now I'm just going to skip ahead. If I do have any trouble with griefers, I will come back to you, otherwise I'll talk to you when we get to the end. So I did have come up here, level 21 Rainbird 420 Randallbird, I beg your pardon. He started to follow me. I just weaved in and out of a few different alleyways and lost him, so he gave up. Anyway, let's
You fucking fucker! I need cover!
So, bike delivered, called in my personal vehicle, let's leave the area. And there we go, $502,800 for selling that in a public lobby with the high demand bonus and that extra 5% bonus we got for naming the acid. So, it's up to you if you want to risk that. Otherwise, you saw in the Acid Lab before I sold. Okay, Mutt, thank you. That you're going to get, I think, 353,000, I think it was from memory. So, look, totally up to you what you want to do. In episode 1, I mentioned about the up and atomizer being in the gun van, and as soon as it was available to pick it up, it is $279,000, and that is discounted at the moment, 30% off. So, if you are watching between July 25, 2024 and July 31, 2024. If you're watching that during those days, come to the gun van, pick this up. It is a lot of money, I know, but we're going to make that back pretty soon, so don't worry about that. And we just sold Acid Lab for $500,000, so look, pick it up. I'm picking it up right now. Don't worry about any of these tints, just leave it as it is. It's I'll show you why it's an important vehicle, important weapon.
I should probably get out of here soon.
Right now, there we go. Load it up, and there's my bike. So you can see, now I've got my bike stuck where I can't actually get on it. Let me just, there we go. So you can see, you shoot it, and it shifts your vehicle around. If I had had this the other night, when I was doing the Cluck and Bell raid, the getaway vehicle mission for the Cluck and Bell raid, I wouldn't have had to restart that mission. Make sure you're coming into the casino every single day, spin the wheel. We've got a new car this week. It might be something different by the time you're watching this video, depends when you're watching it. Let's give it a spin, see what we got this time. And getting clothing. Yeah, that's what we want as a low level, isn't it? Clothing. Never mind. Now, in the intro, I mentioned two things for this episode. One was that we're going to be buying one of the best businesses in the game, a business that sits in the top 4 or 5 in my opinion, possibly even top 3. But we're also going to be getting a free supercar. So what we're going to do first is come back down to the Freak Shop. There'll be a D located here. If you've done all the first dose missions, which if you're up to this point in the video, you should be, this D now will be the last dose missions. Last time around we did the first dose missions, it got us the Acid Lab. This time around we're doing the last dose missions, and it's going to get us a free electric supercar, and the one that has the best acceleration of any vehicle in the entire game. So let's go ahead and start these. Again, same as the first dose missions, I'm not going to walk you through these. These are pretty easy to follow along, so I'll come and talk to you at the end. So I've just completed 4 out of the 5 last dose missions, and what I want you to do before we do this last one, because I just realised while I was doing these missions that those that don't have the career starter pack like me, they're not going to have a 10-car garage. They're only going to have that 2-car garage I told them to buy, and you've already got 2 vehicles in there, which means when we finish these last dose missions and get the free electric supercar, you're not going to have anywhere for that. So we're going to go ahead now, we're going to buy the business that we're going to buy in this episode. So open up your phone, come to Money and Services, come to Dynasty 8, enter site, and we want to filter out for agencies here. There are only 4 of them. Now this is where a lot of these beginner guides will suggest to get the Kasatka submarine so you can do the Kayapreko heist. We're going to get that next. This time we're going to get the agency. The reason I want to do this is the Dr. Dre contract, which is the best way to make money with the agency. It makes you $1 million, takes about an hour and a half to do. There's only a 48-minute cooldown. So we can do a Dr. Dre contract once we've got this business. We can do a Cluck and Bell raid. We can do a Dr. Dre contract, we can do a Cluck and Bell raid. And over the space of 2 hours, we're going to make $2 million. The Kayapreko heist has a 2.5 hour cooldown if you're a solo player. So there's going to be a bit of a gap there before we can do something else. So that's why I'm going with the agency. And I recommend the Vespucci canals, and the reason being is directly across the road here from this one is where the Cluck and Bell raid starts. So we can set this as our spawn location and come out and do the Cluck and Bell raid, and we're going to be spawning in that much faster. So we're going to come up here. We don't want art, we don't want wallpaper, we don't want highlights, completely cosmetic. The armory we do want. It's going to cost us $720,000. This is going to be our own personal ammunition inside the agency, and it's the only business in the game where you can actually get armour from. Come down, we do want the accommodation for $275,000. So that means that we can spawn here. Now the workshop, this is something we are going to want, but at $3.9 million for the whole lot of this, let's hold off from the workshop right now. We'll just get the other 2. We might get the workshop by the end of the episode. So go ahead and buy it, and then go do the last dose mission. Once you finish the last dose mission, you're going to spawn up on top of Mount Chiliad in nothing but your underwear. Dax has sent us through a text. That's not the text I was hoping for yet. Okay, so yeah, luckily my vehicle spawned up here with me, and time to head down to the agency now. Shortly after finishing that last dose mission, you're going to get a phone call from Dax, and he's going to tell you about Freelander's car, which you can come up here to collect. So let's go do that. And there it is there. This is the Ocelot Virtue, an electric supercar. And I haven't been into my agency yet, so you actually don't need to go to the agency before you finish the last dose mission. You can just buy the agency, and then you've got that available to store this vehicle in. So that's the property I'm going to store this in. The reason being is that I haven't talked about the workshop in the agency yet. You can add Amani tech to certain vehicles that allow that. This is one of those vehicles. What that means is that we can add a missile lock-on jammer to this, and no lock-on missiles, or no guided. None of the lock-on missiles will lock onto this. So anyone in an oppressor, in a helicopter, any vehicle with lock-on missiles will not be able to lock onto this vehicle. So there we are, stored in the agency. This is now our vehicle, and this is the fastest accelerating vehicle in the entire game. And this hasn't been upgraded either. This is stock standard, so watch this ready. So yeah, like I said, the fastest accelerated vehicle in the game. Okay, let's head down to the agency now. I'll talk to you when we get there. Now, once you come out of the cutscene, we're going to be in your office. I'll just give you a quick tour of the agency here. So, let's head downstairs where we first come in. And right beside your receptionist's desk here, on this little table here, there's going to be free snacks to grab. If we head up to the top level, just here, there's going to be more snacks you can grab here. Over here is the armory.
The one and only.
Come up to this guy here,
can I
pressing
get you?
right on your D-pad, and here we can get armour from here at a discount. We can get all our weapons at a discount. We can even upgrade to Mark II weapons right here.
Now this thing is a real weapon of war, you feel me? Certified producer of human Swiss cheese.
Unfortunately, some of the weapons are still locked until we reach a certain rank, so that's unfortunately we can't get those just yet. Now over here we've got a gun locker. So you can come into your, clean up your weapon wheel here, so come in, press right D-pad, and you can choose which weapons actually show up in your weapon wheel. So I come to my pistols here because I've got a few of them. If I want only the up and atomizer to be showing, I can hide those two. Then when I come up here to pistols, and you can see I've got only the up and atomizer. If I come to micro SMG, I've still got the two there. So it's really handy. When you do have a lot of weapons, that's handy. For us right now, we don't have that many weapons, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, one night we should sneak Chopper huge.
Over here, we can add an earpiece if we want, night vision, rebreathers. In fact, let's grab all the rebreathers because we never know when we're going to be in water and going to need those. So let's grab those. That's now on my face. I need to get rid of that. So appearance, accessories. There we go.
Stay strapped.
Just here in your office is a safe. It's not activated yet because we haven't started any security contracts. Okay, sit down at the computer. Let's talk about how to make money with this business. Okay, so come in here to security contracts. We need to do a couple of these first before we can do anything else. The thing with these security contracts is that the more you do, the more money goes into the wall safe. I've got a full guide on how the agency works, and I will link that down below. Now, for the time being, I recommend doing, if you've got recover valuables, best one to do in my opinion. Or the other one I like is vehicle recovery. Anyway, I've got a full guide on how to do all the different security contracts, and I'll link that down below as well, so check that one out. In the meantime, I'm going to go run this one.
Hey, you did good.
Okay, now that we have completed a security contract, money's going to start accruing in the safe here every 48 minutes. Now, to start off with, it's going to be $250 every 48 minutes. However, once we complete 5 security contracts, that's going to go up to $500. And then once we beat 10 security contracts, it's going to go up to $1,000. It's going to keep increasing, $500 for every 5 that we do, until we reach 201 security contracts. So that'll max out at $20,000 every 48 minutes going in here. It is a long grind. I did it on my main character. I'm now just able to come into the agency here every couple of days or so, in-game days, and just collect money. So it's, yeah, like after a 4 or 5 hour period, I'm coming in collecting $100,000 or so. Now this safe has a maximum capacity of $250,000, but yeah, like I said, it's a long grind getting out those security contracts. So we'll just work those in to our daily grind, like I did on my main account. Now, if you want to do career progress for this one, where are we, the contract? You need to complete 100 security contracts with the specialist or specialist plus difficulty. So what does that mean? Let me come in and show you once again. Each security contract has a level. You can see here asset protection is level professional. Gang termination, again, level is professional, and so is liquidise assets. So these 3 are all on the professional setting. None of these are going to get ticked off on the career progress if we do them. Specialist and Specialist Plus both pay a little bit more. They're meant to be a little bit harder, but honestly, they're not. Like I said, I've done over 200 on my main account, and they are not hard. They're pretty easy. Go check out my video on how to do these, and I'll link that down below. Now underneath here we'll see VIP contract. This won't unlock yet. We need to do a few security contracts before this unlocks. But once this unlocks, this is the main way we're going to make money with this business, doing what's called the Dr. Dre contract. And on completion, it's going to give us $1 million. It's going to take about an hour and a half to do. And that's the reason I suggested this one first, because it's got a 48-minute cooldown, so we can jump between running the VIP contract once it's available and the Cluckenbell Farm raid. And we can do those back to back, as well as with the Acid Lab running in the background, making us money. We're going to make a lot of money doing these, and then we can move towards our next step, buying another business. And that's basically what we're going to be doing each episode. Picking up a new business, making us more money, that we can then go ahead and buy another business and make more money. And that's why on my main account I've got over $250 million currently in the bank, and spent over $1 billion on vehicles and weapons and businesses, and just generally having fun in the game. And that's where I want to get you guys to. For right now, I'm going to go do another security contract. And I don't recommend gang termination at the moment, just because we don't have a weaponised vehicle. This one can be pretty easy if you've got the Oppressor Mark II. We're not at that stage yet. Of these three, I would recommend doing liquidised assets.
Hey partner, what's up? Listen, I got some news for us. Shit, some great news. I don't want to say too much over the phone, but remember that big client I was fishing for? The kind of A-lister that'll give us that jump? Well, check this out. We got a meeting over at the golf club. Yeah, that's right. It's all set. Hey, they playing that boring-ass game all day. So just head over there when you ain't handling shit for the office, all right? Oh, yeah, and someone in the clubhouse, they gonna help you get dress code compliant. Hey, I'll see you soon, all right?
So after you complete your second security contract, you will get that phone call from Franklin. And then you'll need to come over to the golf club here, to the big gold F, and this is where we're going to get the introduction for the Dr. J contract. But before you go to the F to start the Dr. J contract, come back to your office one more time inside your agency, do one more security contract. Doing one more security contract, that'll be 3 in total. That will unlock payphone hits, which is another way to make money with this business. So I'm going to go do this right now, and then I'll come back and talk to you once this is done.
Hey, look, good shit on those contracts you've been working on. But listen, I got some other work. A certain kind of work that need a certain kind of person, you know what I mean? Big ticket type shit. I don't want to say too much on my cell, so I'll be in touch with you on a payphone. Keep your ears open.
So after you've done 3 security contracts, you will get that phone call from Franklin talking about the payphone hits. So all you need to do is just drive around the map, and you will see a little payphone icon pop up eventually. And when it does, you need to go there and answer the phone. So the first time for these payphone hits, you are going to have to drive around until you see a blue icon like this pop up on your map. After you do this first one, you are able to call Franklin and request them. And you can do that every 10 minutes. These have a 10-minute cooldown. This first time through though, we have to come to this payphone that pops up on the map. And there are a number of these different missions. The first time through each one, you are going to have to listen to the entire phone call from Franklin. But once you've done the mission once, you get the same one again, you can skip the phone call, so you don't have to worry about that. And Franklin he'll message you, giving you a bonus. Where are we here? So we need to ram the shit out of this punk for some extra cash, grab one of those big ass trucks and squash him. So what happens here is Amani will contact us in a minute where we can go pick up a cab from, a truck cab, sorry. And we will need to go and ram this guy with that truck until he blows up, and that will complete the bonus. Doing it and not completing the bonus will pay out $15,000. Completing this bonus will pay out $30,000. Now the bonus, once upon a time, it used to be $70,000, which meant you would get paid $85,000, but they did have a 48-minute cooldown back then. Now they only have a 10-minute cooldown, and you get $45,000 each time you do one. So we're looking for a big truck. That'll be this one here, I imagine. There we go, assassination bonus complete. Now we just leave the area. And there we see, 5 minutes and 2 seconds that one took. So that one is one of the longer ones. Payment is $15,000, and because we completed that bonus, we got an additional $30,000. So $45,000.
Hey, what's up?
And you can see the top left-hand corner there. You can now call Franklin to request these. So, but if I try to do that now, you will notice. Let's just call him.
Hey, partner.
You see the next request available in 9 minutes, 25 seconds, 24 seconds, 23 seconds, whatever you get. So it's a 10-minute cooldown before you can do it again. After you've unlocked the payphone hits, before we go start the Dr. Dre contract, come into your armory in the agency. We're going to pick up a couple of sniper rifles. So firstly, just pick up the regular sniper rifle.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Go with the full ammo and put the suppressor on with the advanced scope.
Smart.
Back out, we're going to grab the heavy sniper as well, but for this one we're going to go to upgrade, and we're going to make this the Mark II version.
Oh, she ready now.
Now come down to magazines, and oh, not what I wanted to see. I forgot we need to unlock this in the bunker research. Okay, so don't buy the heavy sniper yet. We don't have the explosive rounds unlocked. That was what I wanted because I don't have the railgun yet because it hasn't been in the gun van. If you've got the railgun already, that's great. Good for you. Never mind. Okay, ignore this last part. Don't buy the heavy sniper yet. When you're ready to start the Dr. Dre contract, come over here to the golf club. The first time through, we're going to need to get the introduction for it. We won't need to go through this particular mission again once we've done it once though. So just come up to the Corona here, press right on your D-pad. Now this mission is pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to run you through how to do this. I'm not going to ruin this cutscene either, so I'll talk to you after this first mission. Now the first time through, we are going to need to do that mission, as I just mentioned. But after you complete it as well, you are going to have to wait for Franklin to contact you before you can move on to the next mission. This next mission is going to be the same. You're not going to have to do it next time around. You only have to do it the first time. But the first time through as well, every single mission you complete during this contract, you are going to have to wait for Franklin to contact you before you can move on to the next one. So right now I'm just waiting for to be contacted so I can start the second one here, the second setup. So after Franklin contacts you, come back into your agency. After the cutscene is finished, come up to your computer, press right on your D-pad and log in. Come down to VIP contract. After Imani has finished talking to you, click on set up data recovery. Come down and start. Now, first time through doing the Dr. Dre contract, this mission is the same as the first one. You only need to do this the once. Next time you come through, mission won't need to be done again. So once you get in the chopper, head over to the FIB building.
Enough of the thank yous. So what we doing again? Oh yeah. Man, nothing to make a player feel like he's got back in the game more than fucking with the FIB.
Now I recommend spinning around,
so I got you all the right tools,
facing this way,
everything you need to get inside.
And landing
over the headquarters, and Imani will tell us how we can track
just
down
here near
Dre's
this
home.
ladder. And you'll see why when we go to leave, why we're parking here.
Hey, Mon, what's the plan again?
We're looking for Dre's phone, right? So, this is the one time we can
head over to this side,
the FIB is tracking
and cutscene will activate.
everything.
Once we're inside, head over here, grab your sticky bomb. Oops. Put it on the door, walk away, and right on your D-pad to blow it up. Head in, head up to this computer, and press right on your D-pad. I got here a little too early, hadn't prompted me to do that yet. Okay, while that is installing, come out and park just not here, like this way. And we're going to have a few NPCs come in, just take them out as they come in. Right, come over to the left side here instead. No, there we are. Just come through this door here. Once the installing has finished, head over to this here, press right on your D-pad, grab the hard drive. Now leave the building. Just watch out for a few NPCs on your left here as you're coming out. Okay, so your rockets won't actually lock onto the FIB helicopters, but they will the police helicopters, so bear that in mind. And you'll see why we parked the helicopter where we did right here. Oh. That's who was shooting at me before. He's gone now. Why didn't I pick up the hacking device? Why aren't you picking up the fucking hacking device, the hard drive? Why aren't you picking up the hard drive, mate? There we go. I made a mess of that, didn't I? Oh. Anyway, hop in the chopper here. Now we need to lose the cops. When you're out of the vision cones of the cops, stay out of the vision cones. Keep an eye on your mini-map. There we go. So keep an eye on your mini-map there. When you see the vision cones, helicopter will spawn in out of nowhere like that one. Get out of the vision cone. Just keep flying around. We will lose the cops eventually here, as long as you stay outside of those vision cones. Don't worry about anyone on the ground. They're not going to see you at this height. It's just the helicopters, and that one is catching us. There we go, pulling away now. And once you lose the cops, fly back to your agency. Best thing about using the agency helicopters, you come across the helipad, press right on your D-pad, it'll land automatically for you. Now once you finish the mission there, again this first time through, Franklin is going to need to contact you before you can start the next mission. So just leave the agency, it won't take long, just wait for Franklin to call you. After Franklin has contacted you, come back into your agency. Between each mission I like to come upstairs,
Stay strapped.
top up on armour and top up on the snacks. Now heads downstairs to your office and we can start what your second run through of the Dr. Dre contract will be the first mission. Because once we've done it once, we won't have to do those first two missions we've done, we won't have to do again. So when we come back in to do this contract for a second time, this mission we're about to do now will be the first mission. And it will be the first mission the third time, and so on. So when you're coming in after the first time you've done this contract, this is where you'll start. You'll have 3 separate leaks we need to do. Each will have 2 setup missions and then a mini finale. So we're going to start with the nightlife leak. Part 1 of the nightlife leak is the nightclub. Now in the future we're going to have the Oppressor Mark II, a flying motorbike, which will make this mission so much quicker and easier.
Hey, so who's ready to go see some triads?
In the meantime, we're stuck with our ground vehicles though. So drive over to the location that is set on your waypoint.
Shit, what's up?
Okay, so park just here. Pull out your assault shotgun. Head inside. Actually, grab the special carbine instead. Headshot this guy. Come around here. Headshot this guy and this guy. One at the back here too. Around the corner here. Headshot this guy. Come down through here. Just wait a second. There is a guard right behind this door. No, okay, no, he's upstairs. So firstly, take the guy out upstairs here. Then take out this guy here, and we're broken stealth, never mind. Still doable. Climb up here, there we go. Now grab the assault shotgun, swap weapons over. Take that guy there out. Come in through this door, 2 guys in here, take him. Head over to the computer here and take the security tape. Next, just head out the exact same way we came in. So come down here, straight down off the stage here, and turn around, come back through this door, and head out through the roller door here. Next, jump back into whatever vehicle it is you came with, and head back to the agency. If you're on a ground vehicle, watch out for the NPCs that spawn in. Once you get back to the agency, that will be that mission completed. After Franklin contacts you, come back again to your computer and start the marina. This particular mission works best if you have the Oppressor Mark II, which we don't have. So instead, come into your interactive menu, come to VIP Vehicles, come down to the Buzzard. This is going to cost us $25,000, but don't worry, we're going to make that money back pretty easily.
Hey, Monty, you there?
The reason I suggested spawning in this vehicle is because it has lock-on missiles, and that's what we really need for this particular mission, just to make it a little bit easier. Once they lock on, take out the security guard. That will just make it a little bit easier for you.
The GPS will have a waypoint or tracker on where he's been going.
So next, just land the chopper. Over near the car park here is going to be easier. So next, hop out. We're taking care of the guards down here. So come down onto the marina, and we're looking for a green speedboat. Again, this is why the Oppressor Mark II is so much better for this, because we come straight down here and we can land right next to the boat. So hop in. Don't go anywhere just yet, just sit here and wait a second.
Let me guess, super yacht offshore?
So after we hear the beep, we can actually hop out.
Make so much cheese.
Yeah, but don't worry about that.
See, the game's going to tell you that you need to drive the boat over there, but you don't need to. You can hop back into your flying vehicle, whether that's your Oppressor Mark II, if you're watching this in the future and you've got that one. But as if you're a low level starting out like this character here is now, you're not going to have the Oppressor Mark II. That's why I recommend spawning in the Buzzard. So your missiles are going to lock on, shoot a couple of times, then fly nice and low so we can land before we get taken out.
Anti-aircraft is mine.
Hey, you hear that? Get the fuck out
Now
of
get
here.
your...
Guys got air defense.
Wait for the propellers to stop. I've kind of landed in an awful spot there, haven't I? Take a few of these guards out. Now, the game's going to want me to go through there, but I can't yet because it is actually locked, so don't waste your time trying to get in there. Come up to the top level here first. Watch out for these guards, take them all out. Oh, there's one guy right there. Oh, nearly dead. Make sure you keep an eye on your snacks and armour here. And head into the cabin. There's going to be a guy on the right here, take him out. Come through to this section here of the cockpit. Press right on your D-pad, it's going to unlock the doors downstairs. Next, head over here and take out the anti-aircraft weapons or defences. This means that if we're quick enough now, we can leave in the chopper and don't have to kill the captain. I like to do it though. So next, come out, head downstairs, watch out for any more NPCs that spawn. None did that time, head in. And there are 3 possible locations take these guys out. There are 3 possible locations for the thing we're looking for in here. It can firstly spawn in here. There's a guard behind the couch there, take him out. So I can spawn on the coffee table here, which it hasn't this time. Something I probably should point out, I don't know if I've ever pointed this out, but hold the button for your weapons wheel on PS5, that is L1. By pressing your R3 button, this allows you to top up your armour, and by pressing up on your D-pad, this allows you to top up your snacks. I don't think I've ever mentioned that before. It's something that, if you're a new player, you're probably not aware of how to do, so keep an eye on that one. Okay, so as we head down here, just keep an eye out for guards coming out of these doors, like that one there. Sneaky. I'll top up my armour and snacks again. Okay, so come through to this room here, and it can spawn on this desk here, and there's another guard there. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Yeah, you're being rude, mate. I'm trying to explain to my viewers what to do. So I can spawn on this desk here, which it hasn't this time, so it's in the 3rd location that it can possibly spawn. Which is in this very end room. Is there another guard in here? Nope, there's not. Over here is the last location that it can possibly spawn, so that's good to know. I've got to show you where all 3 spots are. So take a photo and send that to Amani. Next, leave, watching out for NPCs spawning in. Hop back into the buzzard. And it's blown up, never mind. Okay. Head down here, take a jet ski instead. Now if you do die here, it doesn't matter because you will respawn nice and far away from the yacht, and we just need to leave the area anyway, so if you die, don't worry about it, you're going to respawn on one of these things anyway. And we can now just jump to a new invite-only session. Now once Franklin contacts you, head back to the agency and we can start the finale for the nightlife leak. Now this one's going to be conducted inside a closed session, unlike the previous 2 which were done in free roam. First thing you're going to want to do is drive over to the Diamond Casino. Head to the marker here, which is the casino garage. Once you spawn in, head over to the elevator and this will take us upstairs. Head to the yellow marker here to go inside the penthouse. Once you're inside the penthouse, head down to the bar area here, walk up to the DJ, press right on your D-pad. This will activate a mini cutscene again. Once you're out of the cutscene, you'll be in a little bit of cover here, pull out your assault shotgun, and here you just need to basically shoot and run, shoot and run. We're going to have a heap of guards to take out, just shoot and run, keep an eye on your armour and your snacks, make sure you're topping them up as is needed. After you leave the penthouse, you'll be out in the corridor here, do the same again, just shoot and run, make your way to the elevator, shoot and run, keep an eye on your armour and your snacks. Once you get to the elevator here, just look out behind you. There's always a sneaky little guard who comes out. There he is. Take him out. Then walk up to the elevator, press right on your D-pad, go inside, and we'll head downstairs to the music locker. Once you come out the music locker, there's one guy here. Take him out and then head down this spiral staircase. Take all the guards out downstairs. Here's one there, one around to the right here. One more upstairs, is there? No, there's one more there. Whoops, nearly got him. He nearly got me, sorry. One more guy there, and then come over, take this bag here. You don't have to kill the guy here. You can if you want to, you don't have to. I mean, he did glasses, so should we kill him? Yeah. Stuff you, mate. You glassed me. Anyway, once you've done that, got the bag, again, you don't have to kill him. Head up the spiral staircase here, and head back to the elevator, and this will take us into the car park. Now, for some reason, the vehicle that we came in didn't spawn in here. Anyway, look, there's a fast car here. Just take this one and leave the car park and head back to your agency. Just again, watch out for NPCs that will spawn in and chase after you as you're heading back. And once you arrive at your agency, that'll be the mission completed. After Franklin contacts you, come back to your agency and we can start the High Society leak. For this one, you're going to need to drive up to the Pacific Bluffs Country Club, so head up there and I'll talk to you when we get there. Just park your bike here and head down this laneway. Unfortunately, you can't actually park your bike any closer. I did try, I've just cut that footage so you didn't have to watch me very embarrassingly try to drive my bike in here somewhere. Anyway, come up to this keypad, press right on your D-pad. We've got to do a quick hack. These number ones are not my favourite. I hate these. I can't do them that quickly. There it is there. They got that quicker than I thought actually. Head inside. There's going to be 4 guards in here. Take them all out. One more. There. Okay, got him. Now head over to the computer here. Press right on your D-pad to do another hack. Come over to my computer, down to external device and to brute force. And this one's pretty easy. You just got to line up the red letters inside the highlighted area here. Very easy. Now you're going to have a little bit of dialogue from Franklin and Amani. Once you've got that, you can leave. Okay, so head over to this area here next. There it is there. Now it's going to tell you to follow it. You don't have to. Pull out your homing missiles and blow it up. Next, come up to the driver's side of the van here. Press right on your D-pad and recover his wallet. And I'm going to die before... The game just completely glitched on me there. That's fantastic. I think I got his wallet anyway. Excellent. In all honesty, I've never actually died then. The game has never glitched on me like that. You just walk up to the driver's side of the limo, press right on your D-pad. You catch a flame, but you don't actually die. Grab his wallet, and then you can leave. When you get back to your agency, that'll be the mission completed. Again, after Franklin contacts you, come back to your agency, ready to start the second mission here of the High Society League guest list. So for this mission, we're going to need to head up to a mansion in Vinewood Hills, and I'll talk to you when we get up there.
Yeah, I like that. When you find him, break
Okay, so pull up here.
Knock his ass out cold. You get this motherfucker back to the office. I'll take care of the interview.
Come around the back here. Take out the guards. Be careful not to kill the lawyer. We don't want to kill the lawyer. We want him alive. Once you've taken all the guards out, come in and equip your stun gun. And taser the lawyer. Walk up to him, press right on your D-pad. Just top your armor up before you do. Jump in this vehicle, and we need to drive back to the agency. Open up your interaction menu. Come down to body armor. Okay, come down to snacks instead. Actually, snacks. We're going to need to spam the snacks as we're leaving here because these NPCs going to come after us are deadly. So drive this one back to the garage, and when you get back here, this will be the mission completed. So after Franklin contacts you, come back to the agency, ready to start the final mission of the High Society League, and this is going to be done in a closed session again, same as the final mission of the Nightlife League was. Yeah, for this one we need to head up to, I believe it's the Playboy Mansion. So just here, come up to the gate, press right on your D-pad to activate the security code. The gate may not open for you, so just drive up and touch the gate. It's a bit of a glitch, I think. Rockstar needs to fix it. Just drive in and just between these two guards, we're nice and close to these other cars. Hop out.
All quiet on the security channel. You're by the DJ, right?
Try not to spook everybody like I did. It's a wonder I didn't set the guards off then. Climb up onto the roof here. Come up to your sticky bombs. Throw one down onto that car there. That car there. That car there. Don't fall off the roof like I almost did.
In spite of the clusterfuck, I used your phone and the Wi-Fi to find the music broadcast.
Throw another one down there and blow them all up. Take out all these guards. Pull out your blow up all these cars. Leave the two up the top here though. We're going to need one of those to escape in soon. Now there's a chopper coming in. I'm not sure if the missiles will lock onto this one. I can't remember. I normally use the railgun on my main account. Yep, here we go. There we go. Now just shoot as many guys as you can. Okay, so about now, come up over the back. Let's go.
I need cover.
So drop down off the roof there.
You think I'm gonna come out with my hands up?
I can't believe it. Where'd it go?
Leave these two cars here, as I said before. Just shoot the glass out on this one. It'll make stealing it a little bit quicker once we go to leave. Keep an eye on your armour and snacks. And here we're going to activate the cutscene. Now jump into this car here that we already shot the window out, so we jump straight in without having to break the window. Now just drive off. Get to here, we're going to need to shoot the box here to open the gate. Now head up this way and get ahead of the chopper. This is going to be interesting because normally what I'd suggest you do is use the railgun and shoot the helicopter 3 times. And we don't have the railgun available yet. If you have the railgun, if you're watching this in the future and the railgun spawn in the gun van for you and you've got it already, then come up here a bit further, park here and take the chopper out with the railgun. What the rest of us are going to have to do is something else. I don't know if it's going to work because the I need to buy more armour, more ammo. The missiles don't lock on to the chopper. I actually hit it. That was a lucky shot. If you can if you can aim the homing missile and actually hit the chopper, that's what you want to do. Because if not, if we don't damage the chopper enough, you're going to have to wait for the chopper to land on a yacht, and you're going to have to drive out to the yacht on a boat, and the mission's just going to be a little bit harder. You're going to have NPCs to take out there. Now that we've got this triggered here, the helicopter's actually going to crash, and we're not going to have to worry about all the guards on the yacht to deal with it. It's going to make it so much easier. Basically, we're heading down to the freeway here. We're going to get a cutscene activated in a minute where the helicopter crashes. There we go. Use this ramp here to jump down to where the helicopter is. Take him out. Pick up the phone. You don't have to take him out. He'll drop the phone. He'll drop the phone so much quicker if you do kill him, so just do that. Now what I like to do here with my main character is call in the vigilante and use the power boost to jump up there. We don't have that available on this account, so we're going to do something different. Come around the back way here to Fort Zancudo, and we're going to go in the old-fashioned way. Straight up this ramp here, up and over. Many of us used to do this to get in and steal jets back in the day, before you're able to buy any of the jets. And we're going to steal this jet. Just top your armour back up again if you need to, like I did as well. And just fly back towards your agency. Now if you're a skillful enough pilot... Never mind, I was about to say if you're a skillful enough pilot, try and land the plane, otherwise just jump out and parachute if you're not. And once you get back to your agency, that's the mission completed. So after the High Society leak, the next one is the South Central leak. So let's start it. So for this one, we're going to need to head down to Strawberry.
You looking for me?
Okay, so we're looking for this character here. His name's Vernon.
Franklin, right? I hope he told you what's going down, because you're going to need to bring it. Head over to this spot.
Hop into his vehicle. He's going to give us a location we're going to.
You show up.
So pull up here, and we're going to want to take out a heap of bikers.
Let's start this motherfucker up. Carlos got hit. The van, grab it.
Let's hop in this van. And we want to drive up towards Vinewood area. So now we're up on the flat again. I recommend just going around the block here a few times. Ah, there we go. We actually lost the cops.
Ain't no one keep something like this on the down low for long around here.
And lost the bikes on our own. So now I just drive to the drop-off location here. And once you drop Vernon off, that's the mission done. Once again, after Franklin contacts you, come back to start the second one. And again, once we've gone through this whole contract once, you don't need to wait for Franklin to call. You can just come and start the nightlife league straight away, mission after mission after mission, then do the high society, mission after mission after mission. You just come straight back to your office and start them. It's only this first run through where we've got to wait for Franklin to call us. So to start this one off, we're going to need to go and pick up Vernon again. Can either be located nice and close by to the agency we've got there, or he can be up here at that didn't happen. I will cut and edit that from the footage.
Are you okay?
Can you even see over the dash there? She's going to run me over again. Oh my god. Someone needs to hand in their license. I've got to admit, I do see drivers like that in my area. So that's very realistic there, Rockstar putting that into the game.
Come on, you like to drive, right? This the spot.
Okay, once we pick Vernon up, he's going to give us another location to go to, down in Davis. What I like to do on my main account for this one is use a vehicle we don't have on this account. That is the armoured Karuma. So instead, we're going to use the Duke of Death and hope that that has the same bullet resistance. It's going to keep us out of trouble here. So as we get close, call it in.
Should have known shit was going to go south.
And look out for the NPC shooting you up. Get out of the way. Go pick up the Duke of Death. This particular mission is a timed mission. You don't need to worry about killing all these ballers. You just need to basically survive. Okay, so after a while, we're going to get a water level. The cops are going to come after us. We're going to get prompted to follow Vernon.
See that? He bleeding out.
He's going to want to examine that blood pile there. He's going to come into this garage here, so just come over. Once he goes inside, head inside yourself, and you're just going to have to wait for this dialogue to go through. So once that dialogue's finished, you can leave the garage here, hop back into your vehicle, and just leave the area. And that will be the mission finished. So once again, after Franklin has contacted you, you can come back in and start the final mission here of the South Central League. So for this one, we need to head down to the Mega Mall in Davis. We're going to be meeting up with Pete and Vernon. Okay, so take as many of these guys out as you can. This time it's not a timed event, we do need to take all of them out, but watch out for that yellow... Is that a Buccaneer? We don't want to shoot that yellow vehicle up. I think it's the Buccaneer. I can't remember off the top of my head which vehicle it is. Now if you're really quick here... Missed him. Okay. If you're really quick there, you can shoot him as he's driving off. I was a little too slow turning around, so I'm going to have to chase him instead. Doesn't matter. There we go, got him. It is the Buccaneer, I was right. So jump in the Buccaneer and drive it back to the agency, and that will be the mission completed. Again, watch out for NPCs, they're going to spawn in and try and kill you. Open up your interaction menu and use your armour and snacks if you need to. So drive this one down into the garage and that'll be the mission completed. There we go. Yeah, once you completed the data leaks, an F's going to appear in your agency just here near Franklin's office. You need to walk into this, press right on your D-pad to start the penultimate mission of the Dr. Dre contract. Going to hop in Dre's car here. We're going to drive it to A Record Studios. Record A Studios, not A Record Studios, whatever. Now what I do on my main character here is I call my mechanic and spawn in the Vigilante, which we don't own for this account, so this is going to be rather fun. Just park here, duck under cover, get out the homing missile. Blow up the cars here. Take out the NPCs that come after you with your guns. That's all we've got. So once we got rid of everybody, head inside the studio. Get the assault shotgun ready, because much easier to kill these guys inside at closer range.
What are you waiting for? Start shooting, motherfucker.
Yeah, you've really got to watch the guys through here, because this is... yeah. Keep an eye on your minimap. Keep on top of your armour and snacks, because these guys can take you out pretty quickly, and they can spawn in behind you as well, so just keep an eye out where they all are. There should be one more. Back through here. There he is. Okay, now head to the control room. And what we're going to have here is a 5-minute long unskippable cutscene. So first time round, just enjoy this. After the first time round, it kind of gets a bit unbearable after a while, but nothing you do about it.
Anyone still breathing?
Get up, go to the toilet, get something to eat. That's what I use this 5 minutes for.
You know what? I gotta thank.
And once that cutscene's over, that'll be the mission passed finally. So when you're ready to go for the final mission of the Dr. Dre contract, again, Corona's going to pop up here, big F in the in your agency near Franklin's office. Press right on your D-pad when you're ready to go. Cut down here, and drive straight into this yard here. Select the beta cutscene. Now once the cutscene's over, you're put into a pretty good spot here, so just stay here. Use this little container here for cover. It's going to have a lot of NPCs come in here. Just have one last guy here now. Where is he? There he is. Oops, wrong weapon. There we go. Call in your personal vehicle. And head on down to LSIA. Get out your shotgun again, come in through here. Take this guy. Come through this door, there's going to be a few more around the corner here. Take them out. Next, grab out the special carbine. Just keep my back to the wall coming through here. Going to be a car spawning in a second, so get out the too many of them. There we go. Okay, that should be everyone. Nope, there's one more there. Oh. That should be everybody, so come around here. Johnny guns are going to be up on this, up here. Take him out from down the bottom here, I like to do, because
I don't hear nothing.
He's very deadly.
Motherfucker's still alive. Go get his ass.
Coming up here and trying to take him out here, he can take you out so easy. So yeah, just walk up to him, press right on your D-pad, this will activate another cutscene we can't skip.
Yo, Dre. Johnny.
Now once the cutscene's over, you'll need to drive Dre up to the Pacific Bluffs Country Club. Once we arrive here at the Bluffs, that is going to be the mission over. That's going to be the end of the contract. We're going to receive a $1 million payout. This is an absolute epic ending to what is an absolutely awesome storyline mission. Mission passed, $1 million. Now that did take a couple of hours first time round because of all the cutscenes that we can't skip, because of the fact we had to wait for Franklin to contact us. But second time through, and every playthrough after that, some of the cutscenes aren't going to happen, particularly the ones where you're in the agency with Armani and Franklin and Lamar comes in. You're not going to see those cutscenes again. The one in the studios, unfortunately, that goes through that one every single time. The one on that last mission comes through that every single time, so they're unskippable. But from now on, you don't need to wait for Franklin to contact you anymore. You can just go straight back to your agency and start the next mission straight away. Now there is a 48-minute cooldown before we can do this again, so after you run a Dr. Dre contract, I suggest you go do the Cluck and Bell raid, and then over a 2-hour period you can make $1.5 million quite easily. Now with this first time playthrough as well, we are going to get a bonus $700,000. It's a $100,000 bonus for each of the missions, I'm pretty sure it is. Let me open up the stats, come to awards, contract. So the on course, we're going to get $50,000 bonus first time through, $100,000 for the Nightlife League, $100,000 for High Society League, $100,000 for the South Central League, $100,000 for studio time, and $250,000 for Don't Fuck with Dre. So that's going to be a total of $700,000 bonus once the first time you play through. So the first time you play through, you're going to earn $1.7 million. Now we're not quite done with this episode just yet. So come into the LS car meet. You come up to this computer here. For those of you who are on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, you can get a list of all the vehicles that have HSW upgrades available for them. So here, the big long list, some really good cars on here. Check out some of the reviews on my channel for some of the cars here. But here, the Ubermark Sentinel XS, those of you who stole that off the street. The Kuchu Drag here, for those of us like myself who have the Criminals Career Starter Pack, and the Banshee. So they're all on this list. Anyway, so those of you that are on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, bring your HSW vehicle into the LS car meet. Now I've got a little bit more money. I'm just going to add a few more of the performance upgrades to this. So I'm going to put the armour all the way up. That's going to help out a bit. Brakes all the way up. I'm not going to worry about the bodywork, it's only cosmetic. We'll fix that. Do that later if you want when you've got a bit more money. And right now we're just going for the performance upgrades. The engines we've already done. Transmission, put the HSW transmission on. Turbo, put the stage 3 HSW turbo on it. And that is it. That's all we need to do right now. Don't need to spend any more money than that. If you do want to go through some of these other customizations, do it if you like. They're not that expensive, but again, this is something you can do later on. Right now we don't want to waste money on cosmetic upgrades for anything, vehicles, businesses, anything. So if you haven't done them already, make sure you do the time trial. So those of you on PS5, Xbox Series X and S for your HSW vehicles, do the HSW upgrade, HSW time trial, get you $250,000. And don't forget the regular time trial too. If you're don't have HSW vehicles and you've got a vehicle fast enough, give it a go. I do have guides on how to do all of the time trials on my... Not now, why people always call when I'm talking. I do have guides on my channel. Each week I put up how to do the time trials, so check up, whatever week you're watching this one, check up the current week's time trial videos on how to do those and give it a go. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do for this episode is those of us who got the bunker with the Career Starter Pack, going to come in, sit down at the laptop, we're going to come down here to upgrades. We're going to put the equipment upgrades on. And that will cost us $1.1 million. And next we want to come in and we want to sell this, but if you want to do this in an invite-only session, you're going to get exactly what it says here. This is $231,000, so this is going to be a little bit... This could run the risk of spawning a second vehicle, actually, because I actually did 2 resupplies before we got the equipment upgrade. What you normally want to do, once you've got both equipment and staff upgrades, you want to buy one lot of supplies, and when that is fully converted into stock, you want to sell it then, because that way you're going to guarantee only one sell vehicle. If you go over that one supply bar into stock, you do run the risk of spawning a second vehicle. And it's been a while since I've sold the bunker. I can't remember. We're going to have to find out, I guess. We might be lucky here. Now, if you want to sell it in an invite-only session, go ahead and do that now. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a public session and we're going to sell it. I've jumped into a public lobby now. I had a good look. Looks like I'm going to be okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sell. Okay, where's my vehicle? Over here, and we got probably the best one we can get, which is the Phantom Wedge. Now, if you get a full bunker with one of these, you're only going to get 2 of them. Now, this is the best mission we can hope for, really. There are a number of different sell vehicles you can get. You can get the Phantom Wedge here, which I've got. You can get 3 insurgent. You can get an insurgent. If you've got a full bunker, it'll be 3 insurgents, and there are 2 different ones with that. It can be a single drop for each insurgent, which if you're doing that with a full bunker, you can do it solo on your own. However, the other one you can get is each insurgent will have 5 drops, so you really do want to do this with only one vehicle. You can get monster trucks, and if you get a full bunker, that will be 3. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on the map as well as talking to you. If you get the monster trucks with a full bunker, that'll be 3 vehicles. And that one can be doable depending on the location of your bunker and the location you have to sell to. Because each monster truck is going to have 5 drops, so ideally you want to do that with only 1 as well. I just heard some explosions going off. This is not what I want to hear while I'm in the middle of a sell mission in a public lobby, is it? And the I think I've covered everything except for the dune buggies, which is the last one you can get. And if you get the dune buggies, they're going to be 5 drops per buggy, so again you really want to sell that, guaranteed to only get 1, because if you have a full bunker you're going to get, I think it might be 4 dune buggies you get, or 3. Either way, you're not going to complete a full bunker sale if you get the dune buggies and you're doing it solo. And there we go, successfully delivered. Just gotta wait for this cargo bob to come in and pick up the trailer. And there we go, we made $346,000 on that one thanks to the high demand bonus, so not too bad at all. If you wanted to do that in an invite-only session, you wouldn't get that high demand bonus, of course. Now, something I forgot to say, before you go to the sale mission, make sure you come in and buy supplies. Always buy the supplies just before you do the sell mission, because then that saves you having to come back here to your bunker, like I've just had to now, and buy the supplies again. Once you've got the staff and equipment upgrades, you always want to buy supplies. And the same deal with your acid lab. You want to call Mutt on your phone every hour and a half to 3 hours. Call him and buy supplies for your acid lab as well. That is, of course, if the acid lab is your only business, then don't worry about that. Go do the stash house instead to resupply your acid lab. Otherwise, if you're like me, you've got both the bunker and the acid lab, buy the supplies for both, because we only want to get one batch of supplies with the bunker before selling it. We don't want to run the risk of spawning multiple sell vehicles for the bunker. Here's what your daily grind should look like right now. You've only got an hour to play. I suggest coming in and doing a G's cash. Follow that up with doing a stash house. Then do a Cluck and Bell raid, and that should take you about an hour to do all of that. If you've got longer than an hour, do a Dr. Dre contract as well, and make sure you are fitting in the security contracts and payphone hits in between each data leak like I showed before. Don't forget to spin the lucky wheel inside the Diamond Casino every day. And remember to sell your acid lab as well once it is full, and if you have the bunker as well after one batch of supplies has been converted into product, which will take about 3 hours, don't forget to sell that as well. And that is pretty much the grind you're going to need to do from here on in until episode 3. Now, how much money I recommend you make until episode 3? We should be sitting around about 2 million roughly right now. So, look, not much. I recommend maybe look at 5 or 6 million, no more than 6 million. Perhaps a minimum of 6 million for the next episode. And again, the reason I'm suggesting that you do a bit of a grind between each episode is because if you are watching this live, you watch this episode, it may take you 1 or 2 nights playing to get up to the point at the end of this episode. And it could be a week or 2 before I get the next episode out there. And what are you going to do for that time? You don't know, do you? So, yeah, get in, do this grind, set yourself a target to have $6 million before you start episode 3. And if you're watching this in the future when episode 3 is already up and available again, just set yourself that target of $6 million before you start episode 3. Also, don't forget that the week this video was recorded, both the Pizza This delivery missions were put into the game. So if you find yourself bored, want something extra to do, go try them out. They're a lot of fun. They're not going to make you a great deal of money, but they're a lot of fun. And the tags also, I haven't actually done a video on those tags yet, so I'll have to look at doing that in the next day or 2. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. If you want to see more GTA content, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the From the Ditch to Filthy Rich series episodes as they are released, turn the notifications on so you're notified when the next video uploads. And that'll do it, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy gaming. Cheers.